Welcome, geeks, to the first edition of the new format of GEEKisH News. Don't worry, we still have all the GEEKisH news that you've come to expect from us, just in a brand new setup. I'm your host, Dan Mack, and this week, have I got news for you. I've got news about DC's next big film project, a scoop on the casting for the live-action adaptation of Ghost in the Shell, exciting news on a cool comic book crossover, and info on the new season of Peep Show. But without further ado, let's get stuck into it. DC's suicidal move. DC has announced as part of its upcoming film lineup an adaptation of the Suicide Squad. The project has already received a lot of attention in the media and is really starting to gather momentum. Rumoured to be in talks for roles in this no-holds-bar comic book action epic are Ryan Gosling, Will Smith and Tom Hardy, as well as Australia's own Margot Robbie. All of which are no strangers to the action genre, with Hardy already being a member of the DC movie alumni with his portrayal of Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. Slotted for a 2016 release, could Suicide Squad be DC's answer to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and replicate its success? We'll have to just wait and see. Going back into her shell. For those of you who are fans of the anime franchise Ghost in the Shell, I've got some awesome news for you. It's being remade into a live-action movie. And who's to play the kick-ass cyberpunk secret agent Motoko Kusanagi? None other than Hollywood actress and veteran of action movies Scarlett Johansson. Johansson has reportedly been offered $10 million to play the leading role in Rupert Sanders' adaptation of this anime classic. The question is now, will this adaptation of an anime go the same way as others that have preceded it, like Dragon Ball Z and The Last Airbender, or will it set a new standard, leading the way for further franchises to receive the same treatment? Bustin' makes me feel green. IDW is set to release later this month a comic book first, a crossover Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters comic. Written by Eric Burnham and Tom Waltz, and artwork by Dan Schuing, Corey Smith, and Charles Paul Wilson. The Turtles find themselves in an alternate New York City after a new invention goes haywire. This alternate New York not only has lots of ghosts, but it also has Ghostbusters. The two teams band together to take on a foe from the Turtles' past who has followed them through to this reality. This issue is number 1, which hopefully means that we'll see more adventures with these two teams taking on ghosts, ninjas, or maybe even ninja ghosts. So keep an eye out at your local comic book store for these beauties. A message from the heavens. In gaming news, Square Enix has announced the new expansion pack for the Final Fantasy series Final Fantasy XIV, Heavensward, which is set to release in spring 2015. The announcement came at Final Fantasy Fan Fest in Las Vegas during Naoki Yoshida, the game director's keynote speech to the fans. Heavensward, which is part of the 3.0 upgrade for the game, will have such features as raising the level cap to 60 and introduce new primals, dungeons, high-end raids, and a new playable race. The expansion will focus on the Dragon Song War story arc, a 1,000-year war in which players will have to go on daring quests and face challenging foes in order to bring the raging conflict to a close. Square Enix has hinted that more will be revealed about the expansion later this month at the London Fan Fest. One last peep. And finally, in TV news, British comedy duo Robert Webb and David Mitchell are back for a 9th and final series of the hilarious sitcom Peep Show. Whilst it has been confirmed that this will be in fact the last series of the show, fans are anticipating to see Mark and Jez get a proper send-off. The show has been running since 2003 and was created by Andrew O'Connor, Sam Bain, and Jesse Armstrong. With Bain and Armstrong returning to Riot for the new season, it's sure to be jam-packed full of laughs and antics. Peep Show Series 9 is set for release in 2015, so make sure that you stay tuned to GEEKisH for further updates. Well, that's all I have for you this week here on GEEKisH News, but please make sure to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/geekish.zombieplayground. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so that you can stay informed. And also check out our YouTube channel, which is jam-packed full of GEEKisH videos. This has been Dan Mack with GEEKisH News. We'll catch you next time.